This video is about how to cross the southern border of Mexico into Guatemala. Much of the information I found online was questionable at best. So I did my own research. I spoke with locals and I got some great intel about how to do this on the cheap. I spoke with some travel agents and agencies around San Cristobal and got some information from them. Of course, their agenda is to sell you a trip. And I spoke with some trusted friends at Everyday Hobos. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Fast Fred Ruddock, a traveling river guide on a budget, of course. We river guides don't make a lot of money paddling rafts and kayaks down fun rivers in North America. So I travel solo across Latin America in my off seasons. I've been doing this since 2017. I did have international trips and go kayaking before that, but those were short ones due to a day job. Now I have no day job and I can do this for up to 7 months a year. If I can do this on my limited budget, anyone can. This channel is dedicated to helping you travel just as well, be it for endless summers like myself, or making the most of your week or two of vacation from your day job. So subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any upcoming tips. Check out the description for the best details and links supporting this video. Hey, I'm Southern Hillbilly. I may munch up the pronunciation of words so you can get their proper spelling and more down in the description. How to travel from San Cristobal, Mexico to Panajachel, Guatemala. This trip will include crossing the Mexican-Guatemalan border. Currently, there are no requirements for COVID testing or vaccination for entry to Guatemala. However, as always, these things can and do change, so be prepared. Personally, I am vaccinated and I carry a vaccination card with me everywhere I go. In past trips to Peru, the rules changed while I was in the country, and without that Vax card, I would have been unable to travel from one province to another in Peru, let alone get back to Lima to catch a flight to my next country. So be prepared. You can go to the website, the Guatemalan U.S. Embassy website, gt.usembassy.gov. I'll put the link below, don't worry. I'm going to start out with the cheapest way to do this. You can take a colectivo to Comitan for 60 pesos, about $3. And from there you catch another colectivo to Cuauhtemoc for another 60 pesos. My apologies if I butchered these words with my Southern Hillbilly accent. Then you take a taxi to the border. And at the border, make sure you get stamped out of Mexico so you don't have problems when you re-enter, because I know I'm coming back to Mexico, and get stamped in properly to Guatemala so you don't have issues at the airport. I will be flying to my next destination down in South America. After you've successfully crossed the border legally, you can catch a chicken bus to Pana. The chicken bus to the lake will cost you the equivalent of $2 US, give or take. So that route will cost you about $10. We'll get back to some of the pros and cons here in a moment. The most direct way is to hire a shuttle from San Cristobal to Panajachel, Guatemala. Will cost you 1,100 pesos, roughly $55 US. This is much more direct with far fewer stops than compared to taking colectivos and the chicken bus. So you could shave potentially hours off your trip with this route. It is more comfortable and faster, as I mentioned. For those of you with old motorcycle injuries, or maybe you did too much extreme kayaking and rafting and got hurt, like maybe I have a few times. I've fractured some bones, including a vertebrae, but I take colectivos a lot too. Other items you should be aware of is the need to exchange currency for Guatemalan pesos. I probably really butchered that word, but at any rate, you get roughly 0.4 for each peso. You can look that up online. I will leave you some information in the description below to help counter my horrible southern hillbilly accent. I know it must be driving some of you folks from up north in New York crazy trying to follow along. Other things you should be aware of: luggage is likely going to be stored outside on the roof regardless of the way you go. You can probably carry a day bag with you. Expect rain. Take measures to protect your electronics, not just from rain but theft. The odds of being stolen are probably pretty low, really, but be careful just the same, and expect rough treatment. They will literally hurl your bag up onto the roof. These guys are strong, muy fuerte. If you are putting stuff on the outside bus, I would implore you that it's a great idea to put a rain cover on your bag. Myself, I travel really light. I carry a watershed, a Coe bag, which is absolutely waterproof, and then I carry another bag which is not waterproof. Buyer beware, use common sense. Wondering which option I will take? Well, you'll have to stay tuned for the next video covering my actual experience taking this route and crossing the border to find out. Still have questions or maybe something to add from your own experiences crossing this border? Leave them in the comments. Feedback is always appreciated, both good or bad. Well, you watched the whole video, so you must have liked it. So how about give me a like, share it with your friends, subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming adventures. These endless summers and videos are made possible by viewers like you, and especially the people that come rafting with me, leaving generous tips. And those of you who have made donations, sponsors really help a lot. I'm really missing cats. There's some great food here, but it's just not like the atmospheric cats from McKaysville, Georgia. These are the names of the folks that have made donations and come rafting. Combination of the two. If you want to get your name up there, it's really easy. Just send me a donation via Venmo or go visit fastfreds.com/raft. Find out how you can come rafting with me on the Ocoee River between Memorial Day and Labor Day.